Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Here is a design team project that I did for Bona, who is LiveLoveScrap here on YouTube. And of course, I will have her Instagram information below. So if you want to place any orders for any Flair buttons, and mind you guys, she can do custom, and she's always coming up with new things. So I literally just bought a keychain kit from her. I'm dead right now. I cannot wait to get those. But anywho, so this is my project using her Flair buttons. I use the 3/4 inch Flairs, and these are hanging paper garlands. I just really pulled that out of my butt right now. I don't know what else you would call it, but that's what I decided to do. I was 1000% inspired by a crafty friend at Frank Garcia's studio. I was there cropping, and she had come with her friend. And if that's you, Shauna, watching, hey girl, she had purchased this for her and for her friend. And it was different than this, but the concept came from that idea. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make them. So I was inspired. So I am using the Buenos Dias collection. So all the paper you see here is that collection. And let me just go ahead and get this out of the way. So if anybody asks, I used this punch from Stampin' Up, gifted to me by my friend Leah as an early birthday gift. I used these punches right here. Okay, and then I used these. I finally got my hands on some of these. And then I used this right here that Frank gifted me. And if you see on this type of string, whatever it is, the flowers are random, the beads are a little hung there random, but so I had to be mindful where I cut on this string to make sure I had enough to hang dangles and all that other stuff. So you'll notice they're not all the exact same way. So let's dive in. So here is one. So you'll see this is where I did the Flair buttons. I put them at the very end. And what I did is I adhered it to the back of the wooden flower that was already on the string, but I used E6000. You cannot use hot glue. This is metal. And then these little things right here, they'll pop right off. They'll stick for the moment, but they'll pop right off. So you have to use a different type of adhesive, you know, like a Helmer's glue or E6000. You cannot use hot glue. So that's what I used to adhere all of these wherever you see them at. And then I just put these beads on here. My friend Tammy gifted these to me. Thank you, girl. And so you'll see I did these pretty flowers and hearts. And all I did was, you know, on the front, I punched 2 of the same, and then I did the medium size in the middle, and then I turned it over and I punched 2 more and did that. So there's a total of 6 hearts to make this little thingy on all of them. And you'll see I put little gemmies inside, and they're all in different spots. They're not all in the same spot. Okay, and then you'll see right here, there was that wooden flower. So I put a gemmy there and in the back to cover, you know, the glue, because you can see the glue that they put on. They used hot glue and they just left a glob of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to see that. So I was like, okay, we'll put a gemmy on it. And then that's it. And then this is where I can hang it. Okay, so it's just the exact same on the other side. And then this one right here, I did with the butterfly punch. Same concept. I punched 2 big ones in the front, small one, 2 big ones, and small one in the back. Okay. And then here, because the string was cut differently, I was only able to put 1 flare down here. But then I covered and I put it on the beaded flower, and then put one of these little blings on that. I hung these cute little beads, and then I used the same little things all the way through, and they're all exactly the same on the back. And then here was another one of those flowers, and I put a big gem in the front, little gem in the back. And then you'll see that this is where these little wooden buttons fell. And then up here, I was able to put multiples as well, because there was no beads and no flowers. But then I added this Flair button, which I believe these are 3/4 inch Flairs. So I put that, and then in the back, I covered the string with another bling. So these were so much stinking fun. I was watching The Good Doctor. I'm straight addicted to that show. And because I keep my laptop right there so that I can watch movies while I craft. And then this one right here is the same as the first. You know, all I did was alternate the papers. That's all. Place different blings, and, you know, things are put on different spots. You'll see I have here. These are 2 different Flair buttons. Then I covered the back with these so you didn't have to see any of the glue. And then I have wooden beads here. There's only 2 on this one. And then I just hung some here. So you'll see at the end, this is where I put the flares. Okay. And then I added the one on top. So it's just being very creative with how you add the flares, you know. Bona comes up with a billion amazing ideas, and I'm like, oh my gosh. She makes the struggle real trying to figure something unique. And she doesn't, of course, require for us to make things that are, you know, different. She, you know, it's just a matter of using flare buttons, you know, on whatever you want to do. It could be in the center of a flower and a bow. That's what we tend to gravitate to, right? I've done it. So it's just to give you a different spin on how to use those little cutie stinking patootie flares. Love them. So now I'm just going to have to work my magic on the bigger ones. So I just have the big ones to use, and I'm gonna have to marinate on that. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you so much to my new subscribers. Oh, I'm so excited. I catch it when they leave a comment, because I remember back in the day, you used to get notifications when somebody would subscribe. I guess that's a thing of the past. So I only find out if somebody tells me they're new to my channel. So thank you so very much for subscribing to my channel. Appreciate you. And that's it, guys. So feel inspired, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.